What's going on YouTube? Andrew Huang here again for LPX Tech, and just want to start off by saying thank you for being patient with me these last few months as I've been working on my business and I haven't been able to record any videos for you guys. But I'm glad to say that I've got some new staff now, the store's running well, so that means I have time for YouTube again, and I'm going to be recording several videos and posting videos a little bit more frequently these days. So the next few weeks you might only see 1 or 2 a week, but then eventually in the following weeks and months we'll be ramping up to hopefully a daily schedule, but if not, at least 4 to 5 videos a week. And today's video is going to be the first of many video vlogs, pretty much just me talking about practical topics as well as answering some of your guys' questions. So without further ado, as the video title suggests, today's video's topic is going to be about why I haven't upgraded to the Note 5 or the S7 yet. And I'm just gonna start off by saying the main reason has been pretty much money. My phone contract, I bought the Note 4 about 1.5 years ago, right when it was released, and I signed up for the Next plan for AT&T, and pretty much it adds like a monthly bill, and you pay that towards the total cost of the phone instead of doing like $100, $200 down. And so it just didn't make sense for me to really go out of my way to get the new phones. And I'm gonna go on to reason 2 immediately and saying that the phones weren't that much greater. I know a lot of people, including myself in the past, every time a new phone model came out every year, had to get it, you know, because it had a bunch of new functions and stuff, or there was improved performance. But because of this financial situation, me running this business, I had to make some, I had to make some cuts in my life. And when I looked at the phones, it really wasn't that much of an improvement. I could still do the Samsung Gear VR stuff because I still have my Innovator Edition, so I can still play around with the virtual reality. But as you guys just saw in the intro, I did drop my phone a few months ago while changing my tire, and it did crack. I do know how to fix it. I actually have the materials to fix it. I just don't have the time to do it. But eventually I will fix it and get back onto the Gear VR stuff again. But I mean, all in all, yes, the S7 and the Note 5 have improved capabilities and they can run the games and apps much longer. But at the end of the day, the Note 4 is still a beast of a phone. And a lot of you have asked me if you have the Note 4 and whether you should upgrade to the Note 5 now. And I say by this point in time, if you're watching this video and you're contemplating right now, I would wait. Even if your contract is up, I would actually wait to the fall for the Note 6 or even some of the other alternatives that might be out there, because during the fall, you're gonna get the new wave of phones and you'll be up to date. Because if you get it now, you're already halfway through this cycle essentially, and it's not worth the upgrade in my opinion. Now the S7 on the other hand, if you own an S5 or Note 3 and you want to get into the VR business, you can get the S7, the Edge Plus, the bigger screen, and play around with the VR, because I think the promotions are still going on for the S7 where you can go ahead and get the VR goggles for free, which is freaking amazing in my opinion. When I saw that advertisement, I pretty much like cursed out Samsung in that moment, because I dropped $200 for the Gear VR for my Note 4 and then now they're just giving it away. But that's a good sign, because that's a Samsung really trying to push, and that's also Oculus too, really trying to push the VR technology to be consumer friendly. And I've been playing around with the new OS because I do have the Oculus Rift DK2, and I've been playing around with the new Oculus interface system, and I'm just glad they actually adopted what they did for the Gear VR and just brought that over and made it better. I'm going to be doing a review on that in a couple days hopefully, and show you guys what the new interface looks like. But it was really cool. I showed some of my customers, some of my employees. All of them were really excited for where this technology was headed, because not only were there videos for entertainment, games, exploration, there was just a bunch of things out there that I was really surprised. Like, I haven't really touched the VR stuff in the last few months, obviously because I've been running my store, but I was really surprised at the amount of content and the attention that they've given to this tech. So I'm really looking forward to that. And then, since I digress, sorry about that. But coming back to the original topic, if you're in the middle of your cycle, I say wait. If you have the Note 3, get the Note 5. I think it's about time for you to upgrade. But if you're willing to wait at least another 6 months, half a year, I would wait for the Note 6 because it's gonna have a bunch of new improvements, and fingers crossed that Samsung actually radically changed design a little bit and add some new functionality to it. So that's my opinion on that. Now in terms of the Gear S, yes, this is still mine, the one I had from day one. For the winner that I gave a few months ago, I just pretty much went out and just bought a new one and sent it to that person. And so that's what we that's what we did for that one. And so I decided to keep this one because, I mean, this watch has been an integral part of my life. A lot of people say it's a pointless piece of tech, that is not useful, that's waste, and you haven't really seen too much attention lately on the smartwatches, and it's rightfully so, because in my opinion, and I've said this before, there's really no need to make these smartwatches too smart, because going from the phone, I don't think going to the wrist is going to be the one-all be-all solution for a lot of people. But instead, I look at this device more as an extension. And all the other people I've spoken to, especially even Apple Watch users, other Samsung Gear users, other Motorola users, and other devices, the conversation I had with them is most of us don't end up using the apps. Not that they're useless, it's just not practical in that sense. And for me, the Gear S still has been a beast. I'm still getting 2 to 3 days of charge, and this is over a year and a half later of owning the same device. It's still running great. I mean, the band's starting to deteriorate a little bit, but this is, that's a rubber band. It's gonna happen after, a good while. It's gonna deteriorate a bit. But overall, I've still been happy with it. The screen's big. If anything, all the Apple Watch users that I've run into are jealous of it. They think it's like the Apple Watch 2. And they're like, is that a bigger screen? I'm like, where'd you get that? When did that come out? And I'm like, it's a Samsung. And they're like, holy cow. They're like, some of them actually end up being a little bit jealous because honestly, I think it's better designed. If it wasn't for it not having like a leather band, I think more people would have adopted, but I've been very happy with it. And I don't really care about the apps. I've spoken to this before. You can check out my older videos, but it does what I need in terms of, looking at phone calls and answering text messages, receiving what I need to see and everything. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Going forward, I'm gonna do my best to try to keep these videos within a reasonable time. But for those of you who like my longer videos, do not worry. They'll be released in between, the quantity of the shorter videos in the future. But if you like this style of video, please go ahead and leave a thumbs up and let me know in the comment section down below if there are any topics or questions that you would like me to answer or just hear my opinion on. And if you haven't already done so, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button for more videos in the future, as well as to support my channel. So until the next vlog, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.